right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Today we are here in Niagara Falls, and today we are going to explore the abandoned ruins of the Schoelkopf hydroelectric plant. Right behind us here is this old elevator, which was a part of the original power plant that they've restored to now become a tourist attraction. And we're going to take it down to the bottom of the river where there's all these old ruins of the old power plant. So let's go. All right, so here we are at the top of the elevator shaft. You get some great views of the river down there. And then here we have a diagram of the old power plant. It's not bad. All right, we're now down at the bottom. Whoa. So that's where we just came down. Alright, so now that we're down here, you can really take a look around and see just the massive scale of what this power plant would have been. I think that's the far end of it there. And it goes all the way down to, like, I think where the Rainbow Bridge is now. So me and Annabelle are gonna go explore what we can find. See if we can find any secret treasures. Like this piece of fabric.
There's on the floor.
We got this really heavy-duty wire fence here, which is, I'm guessing, is to keep rocks and debris from falling down. You can see right there, you got a little piece of metal. Up here, we got another giant piece of metal. Looks like it may have spun or been a part of something that spun.
Was this here before the collapse, or did they put it after?
They put it after. It's to keep rocks from falling down and destroying all of this.
That's what I thought, but I didn't know.
So the story of the Schoelkopf power plant is it was originally built in the mid 1800s, around 1850, 1860. And it worked by diverting water from the upper Niagara River just above the falls through this long canal, which led to right here, where the water then dropped down to 200 feet to the bottom of the gorge through these shafts, which then turned a turbine, which generated electricity. And we still have several of these power plants in operation today throughout the Niagara region. The main couple ones are down in Lewiston a bit. But the station was in operation for almost a century when disaster happened in 1956. On June 7, 1956, there was a huge disaster that destroyed 2/3 of the entire power station, killing one worker, but allowing the rest to escape and costing nearly $100 million in damages at the time. And what we see now is what remains of the hydroelectric plant. So I think this is really cool, but right on the other side of this fence, if you look up there, think back to 100 years ago, there would have been like streams of water falling down this entire rock face. And I think one of the coolest parts about these ruins is there's actually so many photos of the old power plant that you're able to compare. But it's just kind of cool because most of the things we explore are secretive for a lot of people, but this is fairly well known. In fact, it's a tourist attraction now, which I think is really cool. Another tourist attraction for the American side that explores some of the industrial history here, which we need more of. Anyway, let's continue. Up here on top of this big pile of ruins, it's really cool. All right, so we just explored up there a little bit on that little hill. Now we're gonna head into the woods here and see if we can find anything else. All right, so we just found some metal, some old metal, some rebar up there, probably was part of the support structure, and then when it all collapsed, it all ended up down here. Oh wow, look at this. All right, so we're just kind of exploring the woods here right now, and if you come up this little hill, you can see up there one of the penstocks in the stone walls there, which is super interesting. It'd be really cool to get up there and see where it leads to, but
How would you even get up there?
I don't even know. A fucking like jetpack or something? Oh, and there's the river. Found the river, Annabelle. All right, guys, since we're out here in the wilderness and we have no food, we have to rely on nature. And here we have
I'm gonna zoom in.
some ripe blackberries, some wild blackberries. Absolutely delicious.
What's your favorite berry?
Probably blackberries.
Really?
All right, we're now gonna head back over to the left side of the power plant, which is actually where most of the intact ruins are. Should get really interesting as we go up here.
Looks like a castle building.
It does, yeah. There's like stone wall made of all those rocks. It's crazy. All right, so right now on top of what we're walking on is actually the tail race of the penstocks. So we're going to actually go down there to where all those geese are, and you'll be able to see the tunnels the water would have come out. Steep stairs. Check this out, Annabelle, above us.
Oh wow.
Look at this. All these metal support beams. This is crazy. And the fact that it's just kind of hovering above you here.
Well, it's embedded in the rock.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, go left right there. Oh, wow. Look at that. All right, so we're down here at the water level. There's the river. And right behind us here is the tail end of all these tunnels. So the water, which would have been diverted via canal to the top of the cliff up there, would have then fallen down these massive chambers through the turbines, and then they let out right here. This is probably the most intact part of the old ruins, but if you look, people have been spray painting, and we're gonna get in there and we're gonna explore it. Really in the thick of it now, but take a look at all these ruins here. It's pretty insane. Not to mention all the stalactites up there. All right, well, it was a really painful experience that caused that, going through that thorn patch, but I've made it up here to the tunnels. So the very first thing I noticed is it smells like bird shit, but take a look at that. That is cool. And there you can actually see what would have been the end of the tunnels. And I'm guessing this would have been a pool where it filled up and then it flowed over this little dam here and then out into the river. But take a look at all these stalactites. It's like an old western mine. Yeah, my leg got pretty bad, but it's okay. We forge onward. Here's another one. Looks pretty much the same. There's some water in this one still down there. And some birds. Some birds freaking out that I'm in there. Hey, pigeons. What the fuck you doing? Hey, ladies, don't mind me. Another one. Where are you going? They're flying up that little tunnel there. I wonder where that leads to. There's a boat. Hopefully they don't yell at me. So it looks like all of these are pretty much the same. I really want to see what's up those tunnels there. And then, of course, beautiful views of the Niagara River. This nice shallow section here. Ooh, there's a bunch of pigeons. Very interesting stuff. This one has so much debris you can actually walk on it. Look at that. Just throw a little rock in there. The tunnels actually continue on down a ways, but there's so much vegetation here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to them. All right, this looks like the end of the line here. See, that water's really high up demonstrate that I throw a rock in there. Look at how high the water is in this one. It's pretty crazy. With that, I'm gonna head back to Annabelle because she's probably freaking out. But yeah, these are the tail ends of the Schoelkopf power plant penstocks. And to think that this part that remains is just 1/3 of what the entire complex would have looked like before the disaster. It's just really cool. All right, so I just got down from the penstocks there. Really cool seeing in there where the actual water would have flowed, which produced so much power. But yeah, now that I've explored that, I think that's about all there is to see in terms of ruins down here. So we're gonna head back to the elevator and get out of here.
This tree right here, it says number 1. Can you show number 1? It's a memory of the one person who died during the collapse. So
Richard A. Draper. So yeah, this is a little memorial for Richard A. Draper. He was the only person that died in the disaster here. So rest in peace to him. This is in memory of you. Look at us, we're on the Cave of the Winds now. Da, 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 da. Annabelle! Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you all on the next adventure.